First question, how to draw decision tree diagram. Second question, solve one problem on decision tree diagram.
Decision tree is the graphical representation to plot the different events with alternatives. Let us first understand how to plot the decision tree with the help of the analytical method, that is with the help of the conditional cost table or conditional profit table. Now if we compare this conditional cost table and conditional profit table with reference to previous videos, then in the first column we can plot here the event. It is also known as conditions, or we can say chance. So here there are two events, E1 and E2, and which are given with probabilities, that is the probability of occurrence of these events is P1, P2. Now there are three alternatives, or we can say strategy A1, A2, A3. Now decision makers should decide the best strategy or best alternative in between three. Now when the conditional cost table is given, then we have to select the alternative that is for the minimum cost. And when the conditional profit table is given, then we have to select the alternative for the maximum profit. So here we have to put the values for the conditional cost or conditional profit. Let us understand how to draw the decision tree with the help of this table. Now there are some basic rules. There are two types of nodes. First one is the decision node and second one is the event node. So we know that in any problem or for any situation, decision maker should take some particular decision. So for that particular decision we have to denote here with this square, that is the decision node with this square, and for these squares we have to allot the numbers. So numbers are number 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now we have to give the numbers in sequence only, so that we can understand after the whole diagram is completed which was the first decision, which was the second decision. Now in the same way, for the second node, that is the event node, we have to show it by the circles, and for this circle we have to allot the letters. So letters should be A, B, C and so on. So we have to give these letters in sequence only, because we can understand which was the first event, which was the second event and so on. Now we will draw here one sample diagram. So for the first node there is always the decision node. So from that decision node we will draw here the two branches that will originate. So this is the first decision node, so I will give here the number 1. So the branches which originate from this decision node are known as the decision branch or main branch. So I will say these are the decision branch. Now here for this decision branch we have to write here the alternatives. So suppose from this first decision there are two alternatives. So I will say here will be alternative A1 and here will be alternative A2. Now the branch which is not followed by any node, that is the decision node or event node, is known as the terminal branch. So we have to say that this second branch will be terminal branch, because here this branch ends. So we will write here this is the terminal branch also, and at the end of terminal branch we have to mention here the outcome. So the outcome will be in the form of the cost or will be in the form of the profit. It depends on the given values. Now for this first decision branch we will mention here the event node. So this event node we have to show with circle and we will use the letter. So first letter is A. Now again from this event node there are two branches that originate. So we will say that these two branches are known as sub branch. from this branch we have to mention here the events. So here the events are given, that is we can say events or conditions or the chances of occurrence. So here we have to mention here, so these events will be, we will say event E1 and event E2. So this sub branch we have to show with probabilities, that is what is the probabilities of occurrence of these events. So for the occurrence of event E1 is with probability P1 and here it with probability P2. So we have to mention, so remember always these sub branches we have to mention with probabilities. Now we will say that here this branch is not followed by any node. So this will be the terminal branch. So this is, after this also if there is no any node, then this also be terminal branch, and at the end of this terminal branch we have to show the outcome, or we have to write the outcome. Now how to decide which is the best decision? So we have to calculate the expected monetary value, and the calculation should start from this right hand side to the left hand side. That is we have to start the calculation from this terminal branch, then here with this alternative, and then with the, then we have to take the decision. So for this line we have to calculate. Then we can also start the calculation of expected monetary value from this terminal branch, that is from this branch to node A and then to the decision 1, and then we have to take the calculate the third expected monetary value from this terminal branch, that is from this terminal branch to this decision node. And now there are three expected monetary values for this three terminal branch, and then we have to compare. So suppose there is the costs are involved in the calculation, then we have to take the decision for the minimum cost, that is EMV value should be minimum, and that path we have to select. And suppose there is the profit that is involved in the problem, then we have to select the expected monetary value for the maximum profit.
We will read the given question. A client asks an estate agent to sell three properties A, B and C for him and agrees to pay him 5% commission on each sale. He specified certain conditions. The estate agent must sell property A first, and this he must do within 60 days. If and when A is sold, the agent receives his 5% commission on that sale. He can then either back out at this stage or nominate and try to sell one of the remaining two properties within 60 days. If he does not succeed in selling the nominated property in that period, he is not given the opportunity to sell the other. If he does sell it in the period, he is given the opportunity to sell the third property on the same conditions. The following table summarizes the prices, selling costs incurred by estate agent whenever a sale is made and the estate agent's estimated probability of making a sale. Draw up an appropriate decision tree for the estate agent. What is the estate agent's best strategy under EMV approach?
Estate agent is having three properties to sell, property A, B, C, where the price of these three properties is given and selling cost is also given. So selling cost is paid by the estate agent. Now the probability of sale is also mentioned. So when he sells these properties, then he will get the 5% commission on the price of the property. So what is the amount he will get? So we have to calculate this 5% commission. So for the property A, we have to calculate 5% for this 12,000, that is rupees 600. For property B, he will get 1,250, and for property C, he will get 2,500. But he has to pay the selling cost. So what is the net profit? he will get. So net profit he will get this 5% commission minus selling cost. So he will get 200 for property A, 1025 for property B and 2050 rupees for property C. Now we have to take the best decision. So there is the condition is given that this estate agent should have to sell the property A first, and then after selling this property A he has to choose the property B or property C, that is which property he has to first sell, that he has to choose. So we have to decide which property he has to sell first, the either B or C. Now we will draw the decision tree. So for the estate agent there is only one option, that is he has to accept to sell the property A. So we will take here the first decision with the decision node, and we will write here the accept for the offer, accept the offer for property A. Now when he accepts the offer, then there are two chances, that is property A will be sold by him or property A will not be sold by him. So these two chances of occurrence we have to show with event node. So according to rule we will show here the event node with circle, and we will mention here the first letter, that is letter A. Now we have to show these two chances of occurrence with the two branches. So I will mention here the first branch and here will be second branch. So first will be there is he will sells A, and second does not sell A. Now when he sells A, we have to mention the probability, because this is the sub branch, and the sub branch we will mention always with probability. So what is the probability of selling A? 0.7. And what is the probability of not selling the property A? It is the remaining probability, that is 1 minus 0.7, that is 0.3. Now if he sells A, then if we observe this table here, he will get the profit of rupees 200. And if he does not sell the property A, then here will be terminal branch, and here he will get the rupees 0. And then he has no any other choice to accept the offer for property B or C. So here all these decisions stop or ends. Now if he sells A, then there is another decision that he has to decide whether he has to accept to sell the property B, or he has to accept the offer to sell the property C or back out. That means there are three decisions. So this decision that we have to show with decision node. So this will be his second decision. So I will show this decision node with number 2. Now we will show the branches. And here I will show the third branch. So I will show the first, that is accept the offer B, accept B. Then there will be second decision accept C, or here will be back out. Now back out, that means no any profit, so that outcome is rupees 0. So this is the terminal branch, so I will show here rupees 0. Now when he accepts this to sell the offer B, that means again there are two chances, that is property B will be sold by him or property B will not be sold by him. So these events or chances we have to show with event node. So that will be our second event node, we will mention here with letter B. Now these two chances we will show with two branches. So here I will mention here sells B or does not sell B. Now these are the sub branch. So we know that this sub branch we have to mention with probability. So selling a property B with probability 0.6, and if it does not sell the property, then that will be the remaining probability, that is 0.4. Now if he sells the property B, then he will get the profit rupees 1025. Now if he does not sell B, then the outcome is rupees 0, and this is the terminal branch because there is no any other decision is made by him, because he has no any authority to accept the other offer. Now for the decision, for this event, that is if he sells B, then again he has to take the decision whether he has to accept the offer C or back out. So we have to show here this decision with decision node, and that will be his third decision. So I will mention here the decision node. That will be 3. Now for this third decision, there are two decision branch. So first I will say that is back out, and second will be he will accept the offer for C. Now when he back out, then there is no any profit, so outcome is rupees 0, and this is the terminal branch. Then if he accept the offer for C, then again there are two chances of occurrence, that is property C will be sold by him or property C will not be sold by him. So I will show here with the event node. So what will be the event? That is event, here is event B, so here will be event, next event C. Now we have to show this with two branches, that is sells C and does not sell C. Now when he does not sell C, that is what is the outcome? So outcome is rupees 0, and this is the terminal branch, and when he sells C, then he will get the profit of rupees 2050. And what is the probability of selling C? That is 0.5. And what is the probability of not selling C? It is the remaining probability, that is 0.5. So here these two branches are the terminal branches. So here this first decision, that is the sequence of decision, is getting completed. Now we will move for the next sequence, that is after he accept the offer B, there is the next sequence, that is he can accept the offer C first. So when he accept the offer C first, then again there are two chances. So we have to show these chances with the event node. So I will take the next letter, that is the letter D. So for this letter there are two chances, that is he will sold the property C or he will not sold the property C. So I will show this with the two branches, sells C and does not sell C. That is, this property C will not be sold by him. So when he sold the property C, then what will be the probability? So probability of selling is 0.5. So I will mention here 0.5, and also he will get the profit of 2050 rupees. So we have to mention this profit also. And if he is not selling C, then there is the outcome of rupees 0, and this will be terminal branch. Now again, if he sells the property C, then if we observe, here is he is selling property A, and then second decision, if he made that he accepts the offer for C, then again here we have to take the decision, that is decision to back out or to accept the remaining property B, that is they accept the offer for B. So again I will mention here with decision node. Now it's up to the decision maker, that is the estate agent. So this is his fourth decision. Now we have to show the branches. So I will mention here the first decision, that is back out. So this back out, that means no any outcome. Here will be ₹0. And then the second decision, he has to accept for B. So I will mention here accept the offer for B. Accept B. So when he accept B, then again there are two chances. So two chances, property B will be sold by him or property B will not be sold by him. So we will show these two chances with this event node. So next letter A, B, C, D, then here is E. Then for this I will show the two branches. So if he accept B, then the first chance sells B and second chance does not sell B. What is the probability? So probability of selling B is 0.6. So we have to mention here. And what is the profit? So profit he will get 1025. Here I will mention rupees 1025. And if he does not sell B, here he will get the ₹0, and this will be the terminal branch. And if we observe this sequence, then property A, then property C, and then property B will be accepted. So again this is the terminal branch. So in this way this decision tree is getting completed for the given question. Now we will calculate the expected monetary value at the event node as well as decision node. So remember, at the event node we have to make the calculations with this probability and profit, and at the decision node we have to select the maximum value, because this is the profit is mentioned here. So we have to select the maximum profit. Now this calculation should start from the right hand side. So if we observe to the right hand side, so here these two are the terminal branches at node C, and here these are the terminal branches at node E. So at node C, expected monetary value is equal to 2050 into 0.5 plus 0 into 0.5. That is equal to 1025. So at node C I will mention this value 1025. Then at node E it is 1025 into 0.6 and 0 into 0.4. So here probability is remaining probability, that is 0.4. So answer is 615. So I will mention here 615. Now expected monetary value at decision node 3. So this is important. So if we observe at this decision node, we have to select the maximum value in between these two. So here we have to select the maximum value. So for this branch value is 1025, and here for this branch it is 0. So I will select the maximum profit, that is 1025. Then we have to select the expected monetary value at node 4. So at node 4, here for this branch it is ₹0, and for this branch, that is here accept B, it is 615. So I will select the maximum value, that is 615 at this node. Now again we will move to the next, that is EMV at node B, and we will calculate the EMV at node D. So if we observe how to calculate expected monetary value at B. So here probability is 0.6 with profit 1025, but here we have to select the maximum profit, that is 1025. So we will take here 0.6 in bracket 1025 plus 1025 plus 0.4 into 0. So So here we will get the answer 1230, that is rupees 1230. So I will mention here 1230. I will underline this. So this will be expected monetary value at node B. Now in the same way we will calculate here at node D. So here if we observe, this branch is connected to this decision 4 and here the value is 615. So EMV at node D 0.5 in the bracket 2050 plus 615 plus 0 into 0.5. So here will be remaining probability, that is 0.5. So 0 into 0.5. So if we calculate this, then we will get here the answer, that is 1332.5, that is 1332.5. Now if we observe this event B and D are connected to decision node 2. So what is the expected monetary value at decision node 2? So we have to select the maximum in between these two. That is 1230, then 1332, and here is also the third branch is rupees 0. So in between these three, here this 1332 that we will select. So I will write here 1332.5. So this is the value at decision node 2. Now what is the expected monetary value at A? So here are two branches. So at this branch, here rupees 200 profit is there with probability, but here is also this branch is connected to node 2 and at node 2 the value is 1332.5. So we have to calculate with 0.7 in the bracket, 200 plus 1332.5 plus 0 into 0.3. So answer is 1072.75. So I will mention here 1072.75. Then what is the expected monetary value at node 1? So there is only one option, that is EMV is 1072.75. Now we will highlight these lines with maximum value, that is with maximum expected monetary value, and that will be our optimum path. So if we observe here, we have to take the first decision, that is we have to accept the offer A. Then if we compare these two, then there is, we have to select this path, that is the cells A. Now if we compare these two, that is from these two, at node B here value is 1230 and at node D it is 1332. So we have to take the second decision to accept C, that we have to select the maximum value. Then if we observe again, we have to take here this fourth decision with cell C. Now here we have to accept B, and then we will make here this cell B. So if we observe, this is our optimum path. So what is the answer? That we have to first accept the offer for A, then we have to accept the offer for C, and then we have to accept the offer for B to take the maximum profit.